Why do we continue to prove our point and defend ourselves when we're talking to people, when we're arguing with people, when we're trying to survive? What's the point? There isn't one. There is no continue forward when you were in a confrontation with another person. The only point for why it started was so that you could realize what you want, who you want to be around, what kind of environment you want to surround yourself with, and what kind you're in that you don't want to be in anymore. That's the purpose of those things. You're still a child, so treat yourself like a child, but also treat people like children who don't understand things. Hey, you crazy.
So it's okay. It's okay to treat yourself like a child, because trust me, that's the way the Creator has treated us, like a child, right? It's exactly what the Bible says. We got to be like children. So has she jumped on the ceiling yet? No, she's not on the ceiling. There she is. There she is. Okay, she's gonna stay with us the whole show. She can't go anywhere. She's got to be with us. Okay, so now I got to throw something else at you. Okay, here we go. You ready? We must choose peace over being provoked. Okay, I'm just throwing them out. I told you, you're the guinea pig. Just stop popping my. Okay. So say that again. What?
That right there. Let's change the world. The world needs and not more what's provoking. We don't need to provoke the world to more condemnation. We don't need to provoke other people to continue to push down a negative path. We need to provoke people to peace. We need to harmony. Harmony.
Go sing it, girl. Because hey, say it again. Say that again.
Say the word harmony. I think of trolls. Harmony.
Oh, she spoke. Wait. That's good. All right, now you ready? Because I got more. I got more. So here we go. What would you have to say about narcissistic parents? Keep it clean. No.
There are far more narcissists in the world than we realize, and they're not just in the US, they're all over the world, and many of them are breeding. And narcissistic parents create depressed and anxious children. And narcissistic parents are more like children than their children. They can't take care of themselves. They don't create a good future for children. They don't create a good environment for children, but they attract a lot of them because there's something in our need for feeling loved. That when we're surrounded by people we don't feel like love us, it does this thing. It creates this huge hole in our heart, but it creates a path that is so large, and you have to go through so many things in order to figure out how to fill that void. And when you do, it is one of the most romantic, most fulfilling, most beautiful moments in your reality, when you feel whole, when you feel full, when you feel your cup is running over. Because, like, for me, it took me 24 years to start that path, to start understanding my path, to figure out where I was being guided to. And I didn't feel full until this last year, to be completely honest with you. That's why I'm here, because I'm ready to teach the world how to love itself. I'm ready to help people understand that love comes from within you and not outside of you. That's powerful for people to grasp, to understand, because it changes their reality.
Did you see what Angela put down there for you?
When you think of an ability, Angela, when you think of somebody being able to do something, they don't do it well the first couple of times. They practice. And everything in your reality is practiced. From the moment you're born, you have to practice holding your head up against gravity. You have to practice how to say your words. You have to practice walking. You have to practice going to the bathroom. You have to practice all the things. And now you've practiced for however old you are. You have practiced life. And so when it comes to changing your mindset, it isn't the flip of the switch. Now you're aware, though. Now your mind is open. Now you're like, oh, I have chills all over my body right now. I had a conversation, awesome conversation with this girl named Gina yesterday. You know, this girl was like my favorite talk I've had in a while, and talking to her about how you're just going to have signs pop up in your life now. You're going to have moments where you catch something and you're like, well, that's not a coincidence. That is whatever God, love, source, the universe. I say them all together now like that because everybody's got a word that they use for what they believe in. But it's just a vibe. It's an energy. It's a frequency. And when you start picking up on the fact that you're responsible for the frequencies you've put out in your life and they weren't all good, so your life wasn't all good, and you're like, wow, if I change my mindset, my life will get better. Okay. If you're not going to have a better life, you got to practice.
Got to practice.
5 years. Yeah. 24 to 31, 6 years, 7 years. I can count.
Hey, I'm not pulling the calculator out and helping you at all. I'm gonna let you figure out it's your life, it's your story. If you can't count it up, we in trouble. But thank you, Angela, for saying that. I appreciate you saying that you like the show. I really do. By the way, hey Angela, you don't have to be a watcher. You just watch it. You can come and join me. Come join me, and you especially on a Saturday open session in which I just throw subjects at you and you just get to speak your mind, and everybody gets to hear your thoughts and your feelings. Okay, I got another one. Pulling from my index card. Okay, now, lift the world together. Your thoughts on that?
Okay, so once you start getting this concept, you start grasping the idea that law of attraction is real, karma is real, ask it is given is real. All of them, they're the same thing. Reap what you sow, treat other people the way you want to be treated. Every one of those statements, they mean the same thing, you guys. So law of attraction is you get what you think about, right? So if we lift the world together, which it's already happening, nobody has a choice here. The world is going to lift. Pluto's being destroyed. Scorpio won't be around forever. Like, that's how I feel. I'm just kidding, but I just negativity is around forever. We're going to live in heaven. We're going to Eden. It's going to happen. So if we all start paying more attention to good things happening, to peaceful love, unconditional love, being who you really are, making mistakes but not hating yourself for it, learning as you go. If we all started doing that, the amount of time would be no time. We would literally lift the vibes of the world together, because what we do is we lead by example. Jesus said, come and see. He said, who will hear will hear. He said, come and follow me. He didn't say worship me. He didn't say put me on a pedestal. My cross is the thing that will save you. No, he said have faith. He said believe in something that you can't see. He said don't hit the person that hits you. You turn the other cheek because you're better than that. He said that we don't judge people for who they are on the outside. We love them for the God source that lives within them. We see them for the highest versions of themselves. When you have children make a mistake, man, I got 2x4s or paddles up over my, and I was in trouble. But I learned that when you do that, you teach abuse. You teach physical confrontation. You teach children to rage when they're angry. But when you discuss things with your child, my daughter is like part Aries over here. She's wild. She has thrown tables over. We have tantrums that we work through, but being able to communicate to her and help her realize that she feels big emotions sometimes, act out about it, is to create a scenario that might get us to somewhere we don't want to be. To be able to teach people in moments where you might get frustrated, where you might be impatient, but to teach them how to react to situations is to be the better person and to raise the vibration in other people's lives, because they've never seen anything like it. They've never seen a person not scream somebody out for doing something really dumb, like hitting a car, like stealing your money, like doing what, like literally the worst things that you could imagine. What if you didn't react the way that other people think that you should react? It would sometimes they would be like, you're not going to do something about that? No, because I'm going to move forward. I've learned my lesson. I don't trust that person anymore. I've learned my lesson. I'm not going to put myself in this position again.
Right.
I'm not going to stoop down to their level. How do you like my sloth? This is my friend.
Okay. Now that you and the sloth are having your quiet moments of happiness together, that's perfect. That is so perfect. I need a picture of that one. That's so perfect. Okay, so now are you ready for this one?
Yes.
I want you to describe
Me too.
what it means to treat someone like a human being.
What it means to treat somebody like a human being. First of all,
Okay.
age does matter, and here's why.
Okay. All right.
Our planets move in a very specific rotation. We all experience very specific pain throughout our lives based on how old we are. Every one of us. We all make different choices, though. And those are not easy choices. Some choices feel easier to other people, and some choices feel like they are the hardest thing in the world to make. And you all can agree with this across the board. You have had to make choices that are really hard to make because you have a heart. You have feelings, you have emotions, you have relationships. You don't want to hurt people. Nobody wants to hurt people. It just happens. So, how we experience life determines what kind of people we become. And some people don't have that opportunity to choose positivity. Some people are born in the worst places with the worst people. I personally have a relative who is my narc, and we've talked about this before, but I'm not going to mention it because I have my 3-year-old daughter who is very smart. But
Right.
she's very smart, but he was raised in a home in Indiana. He had 4 older brothers and 2 younger sisters. It was a very white trash trailer kind of place to grow up in. And I say that from the bottom of my heart, knowing that there are people who live in that type of situations, and it's not fun. It's not easy. It's very emotional. It's very low vibrations. But I'm telling you, once you get close to this thing we call God, once you get to this place where you understand that everything has a purpose, that darkness had to make somebody like me. That darkness, somebody like me to the top to say, you know what? That happened for a reason. And it was really bad. And the result of that person becoming a parent was really bad. But after the storm goes, after everything has been demolished, you can rebuild. You can see new growth. The soil can become good again. Haven't you seen Wall-E? The soil's in a freaking boot and a plant grows. Like, it will. Yeah. Life always comes out after the end of it. Look at planet Earth. We were a molten lava planet, and then something happened. Expansion happened. Life happened. There are plenty of people who die in the world, but there are plenty of people being born right after that. So we have this endless cycle of death and rebirth. So you have to know that whatever people are going through, that's their experience, and you have no idea how they feel. Treat human beings like they're another life that you have no idea what their battles are. You don't have any idea of who loves them in their life. You just don't know. Robin Williams committed suicide because he had the weight of the world on top of his shoulders to keep doing something that he didn't love doing anymore, but everybody else loved doing. So you don't know how people feel. You can never know how people feel, and you know how you feel. So treat other people the way you want other people to treat you, with kindness, with patience, because we don't understand everything. We have moments when we fail, when we suck. We want to be perfect human beings, but that could never happen. So be understanding, have grace, have ease, have forgiveness, because forgiveness is literally the thing that fixes the world. But yeah, that's how you treat human beings.
Awesome. And I know I'm going to have to watch this over again just to write all those points down, because you are spot on the money, which is, I'm so happy that you're here to do this. Okay. Are you ready for some more of this? Okay.
Yes.
How about you telling what your thoughts and feelings are on the subject of self-esteem?
It is what you make it. Every day. Every day is brand new, and your self-esteem is what you make it. What I learned, I listened to Abraham Hicks. If anybody doesn't know who that is, look them up and be open-minded to the weirdness of the idea that there is alternate beings out there that are speaking through an older woman. Just open your mind to that and listen to what they have to say, because what they have to say is remarkable. What happens when we think our thoughts is we emit frequencies. And as you emit frequencies, because of the amount of lives that you've lived, you naturally have more thoughts pop up on the frequency of whatever the first thought was. So start in the morning. Let's say you get out of bed and you stub your toe. You're going to be mad as hell that you stubbed your toe. And who you're going to be mad at? You. Then you tired, you're mad you stubbed your toe, and you go to make your pot of coffee, and when you go to pour it, you spill it all over you, yourself, the counter, the cup, like it's everywhere. Maybe the pot breaks, whatever, and that happens. And who are you mad at? You. Mad for doing something like that. So now we've got two thoughts that have gone out against you. For the rest of the day, you have pushed a car off the hill in neutral down in that vibration, that frequency. You're not going to like yourself for the day. You're going to be frustrated. You're going to have conversations with people that just make you feel low about yourself. People might be angry at work. Your friends might be mad at you. Your sister might be mad at you. Your brother might be mad at you. Your mom and dad are mad at you. Everybody's mad at you.
You just this big mushrooms, right?
Yes.
All from stubbing the toe is what you're saying.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
Don't recognize that. So it starts in the morning. Every day is brand new. We start over from our dreams, and sometimes those dreams, been there. They make me mad at people from my dream. You were in my dream, and I'm still mad at you for what you. We share our stuff with us in the next, because it started from a week ago when that person said whatever to us, and now we're having dreams about it. Now we're going to carry it into this day. So every day starts over. We get to choose how we're going to be, how we want to feel. This is why morning routines are so powerful in your reality, because if you spend the morning meditating, whatever dream you had the night before is gone now. It doesn't even matter. You feel good. You're meditated. You've done yoga. Your body feels good. You've gone for a run. Your body feels good. Yeah, baby. We'll go outside in just a minute, okay? Mommy's almost done. You just okay? No. Yeah, just a little bit. Do you want me to put on something for you? No. Want your phone? No. But what I'm saying is that energy that you carry every single day with every action you make with the people that are in your life, you have these thoughts. And as you think thoughts, there's a meme that goes out every year, and I love it when it happens, but it says, if you could think as you wish after everything you think in your mind, how would you change thoughts? Because that's what you're getting, is what you think. So when you start changing the way you think other people think about you, and you don't care what other people think about you, you're just going to be you, then you're not so hard on yourself. You're not so down all the time. You don't have a low self-esteem. You're not afraid to talk to people. You're not afraid to build new relationships, because new relationships are based on whatever energy you're putting out. So if you're putting out a good, positive energy, you're going to meet some of the coolest people.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah.
I did a reading for this girl yesterday for 2.5 hours. We were at Starbucks. I met her at the DMV. She was the person who took care of me behind the counter.
Wow.
Like, it's powerful the way you meet people when you feel good.
That's right. And that energy just breeds more energy, more positive energy when you're coming from a place of positivity, because a person can be positive when they recognize that that's based upon how they feel inside. Angela puts, I have a habit of putting myself down to beat people to the punch. Actually, there are tons of people that are making money doing that. They're called comedians.
Yeah.
Jim Gaffigan and well, we talked about Robin Williams. it's a normal human behavior, Angela, to get that way, where we may say something deprecating or down on ourselves because we're leading with our imperfection. We're leading with the imperfection before people get to see all of our good stuff. Well, it depends on how we unwrap ourselves when we meet people. It depends how we unwrap ourselves when we wake up in the morning. Similar to what you were talking about, if we go for a run, if we do certain things, that's kind of like taking the bowl off of ourselves each morning. When we unwrap ourselves in a nice way, there's a pretty good chance when we meet people, we're going to unwrap ourselves a nice way when we present ourselves to them. So it's normal, Angela, to do that. It is what you said. That 5-letter word is very powerful. It's a habit. A habit becomes a pattern becomes a lifestyle. Please keep that in mind. A habit becomes a pattern, and a pattern becomes a lifestyle. No matter what it is, it could be drinking, it could be drugs, it could be. We pick up bad habits, they become a bad pattern, they become a bad lifestyle. So, Angela, anytime DM me, we could talk anytime if you want to talk about that some more. But I am so happy you're here and you're contributing. But girl, stop putting yourself down, girl. You got too many other people that are volunteering for that job. You don't want to add to it.
After that, Angela, like I'm the same way, I did it a lot differently in the past, but now I do it in such a way that I feel good about myself, like it's a more of an acceptance of the things that are still working through me, but I understand what you're doing. It's a way of getting the good attention. You make people laugh because you're doing the punchline joke, you're doing it's something that feels good, but what happens is our subconscious actually beats ourselves up on the inside even more so, and you repress those emotions. You repress not feeling loved, and until you feel whole for who you really are, those jokes will always come out more negative than they are positive. But when you start getting to this place where you accept yourself for who you are, it becomes more of like a shoot, I did that. But you know what? It's okay because I'm human, and